All right, I know a secret. Promise not to tell? We often mistake transparency for clarity. Transparency just means the information is available. Clarity means you can actually see. Clarity isn't dumping everything on a table, it's actually the ability to make sense of it. It's a clear vision, it's a strategy, it's seeing a direction. It requires deep understanding, the kind that comes from wrestling with complexity until a simple truth emerges. Einstein said it like this. Einstein said, let me see if I get this right. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. So I'm going to say that again because I think that's a pretty powerful quote. If you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. And I think that we need to focus more on that type of connectivity in order to better understand. True clarity also requires this connection, the piece I was just now telling you about, the glue that holds the sawdust together. Your audience must not only understand it, they must feel it. They got to feel it in their vibe. Something in their mind has to click, that switch. I talk about it in class all the time when I see the switch flip, right? For many of the people who take my classes, we have the opportunity to watch that light switch flip, and it's just so awesome to see when it happens. A mental model will form. A diagram or story suddenly reframes what they already knew in a way that makes sense, and this is the best part, that's when a teaching sticks. There are so many coaches and trainers out there who will teach you a certain way, but it doesn't stick, it doesn't resonate, it doesn't last, it doesn't have that long-term appeal. Clarity cuts through all the noise. It makes the complex navigable. It turns chaos into a roadmap. And here's the paradox. The simpler something looks, the harder it usually is to create. Let's do another famous quote. Let's do Mark Twain this time. Mark Twain once said, I didn't have time to write a short letter, so I wrote a long one instead. It sounds funny, but that's just the way it is, right? Simplicity is a discipline. Keeping things simple is a discipline. It's also a risk because you risk oversimplifying. There's another quote. I don't remember the guy's name. I remember his first name's Dieter. I want to say his last name was Rams. Dieter Rams. He was a designer. He said it this way. Good design is as little design as possible. Good design is as little design as possible. Not simpler than it can be, not stripped of truth, just enough to see clearly. Clarity inspires. That's what moves people. That's what drives us to be who we are. But your first audience isn't those people. The first audience is you. If you can't explain it to yourself, try to imagine explaining it to someone else. Try drawing it, map it out, diagram it. Each sketch peels away another layer of the complexity until the shape of what's true eventually emerges. When you finally get to clarity and you find clarity, it feels like a sunrise. And once you've seen it, you never want to go back. One of the things that I tell people to do is, in order to get yourself in that mode and get centered, don't be afraid to use meditation or some type of self-personal reflection, whatever it is you believe in, to help you center yourself so that you can get to a space of clarity. You hear people all the time talking about head games or things living in their head rent-free and all these things. What I tell the world to do is to shut down the noise. If you can turn off the noise from the outside and you can get to the point where you've got that clarity, that's when you're going to see the meeting of the minds. That's when you're going to see things join. And that's when you're going to see things actually work. That's when you're going to see crisp implementations. That's where you're going to see things work. That's where you're going to have the clarity that you need. And this clarity needs to begin at the leadership level at the top and work its way all the way down. It's not really a secret, but I'll go as far as to say it is a secret weapon. So that's going to do it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have a topic you want us to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. We'd love to hear from you. And as always, we encourage you to stay healthy and well, stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care. Bye now.